But all the way out in Sweden is Henrik Lundqvist, and he joins us right here on ESPN New York 98.7 FM, one of the guitar players of the Noise Upstairs, along with John McEnroe. Yeah. Henrik, how are you, man?
I'm good. How you guys doing?
Henrik, what is happening? Where are you?
I'm in Gothenburg right now. I just missed you in Boston, I heard.
Didn't you hear that I was coming on Tuesday and I wanted to play tennis with you as well as hook up? I heard you left Monday.
Well, I didn't know about it until Bjorkman sent me a picture of you guys. So I just missed you there. Bad timing.
That's too bad. Let me ask you this. Are you getting ready for August 21st, my benefit for the Johnny Mac Tennis Project? Because I'm counting on you, my man. You playing any tennis?
You know, I am. I'm working on the game right now, and you know my serve is not very good, so that's something that I'm focused on right now to get the serve going, especially in doubles. I don't want to hit anybody, so...
Don't hit. You might be playing with Djokovic, so be careful.
Oh,
okay?
Wow.
Don't hit him in the head right before the U.S. Open starts.
All right. Yeah. Okay. So pressure is on now. Then.
If you focused all of your attention on tennis, how good a player do you think you could be?
I don't know. I just really enjoy playing, that's for sure. And it's a great workout for me. The way I move on the tennis court, I use similar muscles when I'm on the ice. You know, you're working down low, side to side. You get quick feet. So I feel like it's a perfect workout for me during the summer, and especially the last 4 or 5 years. I really spent a lot of time on the tennis court too. Mainly because I really enjoy it, but also because it's a great workout.
Don, you know, when I hit with Henrik, like the first time, he was moving like he's a great mover on the tennis court, and then he came to net. You know, and a lot of times when I play guys that don't play much tennis or the other athletes, celebrities, you worry about you're going to pop them in the head, right?
Right.
Because they're too close and they don't have... And then I realized this is Henrik Lundqvist, the goalie for the New York Rangers. He's not too worried about a tennis ball being hit at him.
Right.
Half as hard as a hockey puck. So this guy will be all right.
Yeah, no, you can hit it hard. That's fine.
Are you getting over? By the way, just great effort for getting to the finals. And I know it's got to be rough, but are you starting to come to terms with this? I'm not, but you go ahead.
You still have days where you spend a lot of time thinking about it. You know, what went wrong and what went right for us. You know, it was a great run. From the start we had the turnaround, and then the great run in the playoffs, and you know, it's a lot of what ifs. You know, there's a couple of games out in LA where, you know, overtime, double overtime, where we hit the post a couple of times. So of course you're going to spend some time thinking about what if that puck went in instead. But you know, that's life. I appreciate the great moments we had, though. But it's definitely a tough thing when you're that close, no question about it.
Do you think there'll be a point where you can look back without the what-ifs and just look back fondly at the run and then use everything else as motivation for next year?
I'm already doing that. I feel like, you know, right after, you know, the season was over, I appreciated so many things about this year. Like I said, the way we turned things around, the way we came together as a group during the playoffs, and there's so many things that needs to go your way, you know, to make it to the finals, and then to play against LA, a really good team. I felt like we played really well. We were just a couple bounces here and there away from it, and it makes you realize too, you know, for next season and the goal we're going to set for next year, you want to be there again. You want to get another crack at it and try to win the cup.
When you guys played Pittsburgh and Martin St. Louis' mother passed away, you were down 3-1. How was it that somehow, some way, the team rallied together in a way that was, A, unexpected, and B, turned out to sort of be this incredible energy boost and sort of seemingly brought everyone together in a big way? How does that work there? That seemed pretty remarkable.
Yeah, it was a very different and unique experience, I think. We did play really well in the start of that series, and then we had some couple really tough games against Pittsburgh. And when that happened, to see how Marty carried himself, the way he came out to play the next couple games, I think it really inspired a lot of guys, and me definitely. And to have him score at home that big goal on Mother's Day, it was one of the coolest moments, I think, I've had in New York. It was so important for us as a hockey team, but just at a personal level and what that meant to Marty, it was just it was a beautiful moment.
Unfortunately, this is a business, Hank. We're talking to Henrik Lundqvist, goaltender of the Eastern Conference champion New York Rangers. Is guys have to go. So you lost Brian Boyle, who was a real glue guy in that room. You lost Anton Stroman to free agency. Brad Richards was bought out. How tough was it to see those guys go?
Yeah, you know what? When we have a team like we had last season, obviously you hope that a lot of guys will return. But like you just said, it's business, and people come and people go, and I think you sit tight, and then when you come back in August or early September, then you start to realize exactly how the team's going to look like. But on ice is one thing, but also off the ice, you get to know guys really well. You become friends, and to see them leave, that's always tough. But it's part of the game, and I'm excited to see the new guys coming in, but. Some of the guys, you got an opportunity to play with them for many years, so it's always tough to see friends leave.
Do you get calls from, say, Vigneault or Glenn Sather about what could happen? Is there any conversation at all that between you and them about what may or may not be happening? Do you have any say whatsoever in any of this?
No.
To be blunt.
No, it's pretty simple. It's all up to management, and we have our meetings with the coaches and Glenn, and before we leave for the summer, and obviously they ask you different questions, and you talk about the season. But after that, you leave it up to them, and you go back home, and not many guys stick around in New York. We're all spread out in Europe and Canada and all over the U.S., so you go back home and spend time with friends and family, and you let the management do their thing here.
Have you been playing any guitar, by the way? Because that's something that we've fallen away. We need to catch up and get another gig together.
I know that's for sure. It's been I've been playing some, but not enough
good.
The last year or so. So we need to change that.
I mean, it's been a while you guys have gotten together, so much so you might find this interesting, Hank, that he forgot the name of the band you're in. I had to remind him it's the Noise Upstairs.
Yeah, well, sometimes I don't think I'm sure of the name. Sometimes it's there, sometimes it's not. And that's just a sign of us not playing enough. So.
What do you think?
But it's always fun.
Henrik, sorry about that, interrupting you. That was my bad.
Yeah, that was wrong.
That was wrong, and I apologize for that. But I wanted to ask you about, since the first hour of the show, we've been talking about Derek Jeter. So he's a fellow icon or sports icon of New York. So wanted to know if you had any thoughts about his final All-Star Game appearance. Or any personal insight into your partying. Tell us about your partying with Derek. Just forget that other part.
No, what I can say is, I've been in New York for 9 years. I don't think there's any more respected athlete in New York. The way he carried himself and throughout his career and the numbers he can put up and it's just impressive, everything about him, and that's why I think people really love him. And as an athlete, you really respect that. And it's inspiring, to come to New York and see how people look up to him and the way he handles everything. So it's pretty cool to see him play and to see the fans, how they react around him as well.
Henrik, New York isn't necessarily the destination for a lot of players because this is a tough place to play. The fans will boo you. The media will get on you. Does it take a special type of person or a special type of heart, if you will, to play in New York? And do you think some players are a little timid to do that?
Yeah, I mean, it could be a tough place, but it could also be the best place. I think it's all about the right mindset, and you have to come prepared for it. As an 18-year-old, just drafted by the Rangers, I came over to watch the game, and I saw the team get booed off the ice, and that was my first impression of New York crowd. So, mentally, I knew, it is a tough place, and people expect a lot and put a lot of pressure on you, but it's also a fun challenge. My start for last season, it was bumpy, and of course you hear stuff and you read things, but you just have to believe in yourself a lot, especially in a market where the pressure might be a little bit higher.
How are you getting to the ESPYs tomorrow? Are you flying Stockholm, London, L.A., or what's the...
No, because I'm on the West. I'm in Gothenburg.
Oh, Gothenburg, yeah.
Fly, Gothenburg, Amsterdam, and then Amsterdam, L.A. And actually, I convinced my twin brother, Joel, to join me on this trip. So it'll be
cool.
like a twin
that would
trip.
be cool.
So you're up for an ESPY for the best hockey player, going against some stiff competition. Sidney Crosby, Jonathan Taves, Anze Kopitar. Some really good players are out there. You think you got a shot?
It looks pretty tough. They all have some really strong seasons here, and I'm just excited to go with my brother and have a good weekend, and then we'll hope for the best. But my chances of winning are, I don't think, very big.
Well, you got a lot of fans here in New York. They can go to ESPN.com and they can vote for you. And I'm sure if all the Ranger fans vote, you'll have an excellent chance, Hank. And we miss you here in New York. Looking forward to seeing you again. Before you know it, season will start. So,
Henrik, for New York and as a friend, fantastic run. Okay, we really appreciate it. No, seriously, and I look forward to seeing you, if not sooner. August. Put this down. Don't forget August 21st. Okay.
I'll see you there.
And Beautiful. The name of the band is The Noise Upstairs. Write it down somewhere.
It's the Rolling Stones. Okay.
Thanks a lot, Hank. Safe travels. Okay.
All right. Thanks, guys.
All right.
Take care.
A lot of travel.